Chapter 3. He was lonelier than fireworks. Bell Tower Street in the capital city of Heshi Province, Donglin Region, did not actually have a bell tower. The reason this major street had such an antiquated-sounding name was only because the Federation military, on their first occupation of Donglin Planet, had made a moronic, heartbreaking, gravitational miscalculation. The crash site of the warship was right here. The blossoming fireworks had lit up the uncertain expressions of countless soldiers, while the commander of Military District 4 had sighed. "My current mood is lonelier than these fireworks." The antiquated huge bell that District 4's commander had brought, accompanied by the fireworks' beauty, had fallen out from the damaged warship and slammed heavily into the mineral planet's surface. The warship was destroyed. But that great stupid bell remained unharmed, still operational, no doubt a most ruthless mockery of the Federation government and military's capabilities. The Federation Administrative Council had proven exceptionally furious about this incident, very furious. They carried out a rectification campaign within the military, stripped many of their ranks, and strictly ordered that still functional stupid big bell to be left in its original place, as a warning to all public servants. And District 4's commander was assigned to a border defense zone on the fringe of the Westland region, where he lived out his remaining years in loneliness. Many years had passed, and that stupid bell had long ago corroded into fragments from the acid rain, its final resting place now unknown amidst one of Donglin Planet's landfills. Yet Bell Tower Street's name persisted. Today's Bell Tower Street had no fireworks, nor loneliness. On the contrary, it was exceptionally lively, filled with indignant yet irresistibly gleeful protest noises. Ragged banners flickered in and out of view within the crowds. The Donglin residents, invigorated by too much coffee, had joined in, and the irritable drunks who'd had too much liquor had joined in too, making the No. 2 Police Sub-Bureau's efforts to maintain order seem somewhat overextended. The chaotic scene had begun developing toward a truly absurd experimental drama. Bao Longtao stood stonily behind the cordon, unconcerned that these Donglin residents would dare charge over. Although Donglin's people had truly been bored enough for long. Finally finding a way to vent their emotions and thus growing overly excited, and although that cordon was merely thin yellow tape, the Federation was a society ruled by law, and everyone knew what could and could not be challenged. What mildly worried Deputy Chief Bao was his earlier guess that the appearance of these damn orphans today was too timely, their choice of protest reasons overly cute. Now that media had gotten involved, the provincial government could not easily punish these orphans later. Everything about the chaos hid an order that made Bao somewhat wary. "Jianshe! We want to watch Jianshe!" The demonstrators' voices continued, the tender cries now hoarse yet unable to conceal the satisfaction and excitement within. Bao Longtao had made his decision early on to inform the provincial government and request negotiation experts from higher Federation departments, rather than take hardline opposition, partly because reporters were present, and partly because the provincial government was somewhat in the wrong this time, but ultimately because his cautious nature had taken effect. Before long, officials from the provincial government, Federal Radio Management Commission, and Police Public Relations Division had all rushed to the center of the Bell Tower Street protest and attempted to persuade Donglin's residents about the matter. But no amount of rhetoric could explain away the fact that the tiny purple-haired figure had vanished from the TV screens. No official was willing to admit that this foolish decision to protect Heshi TV's production department had been made by them. The issue was chalked up to technical reasons. In any case, negotiations were ongoing, while under Bao Longtao's gloomy gaze, those orphans had quietly melted away into the crowds. Not long after the lead orphan Wega had slipped away with that bunch of extremely tough orphan brothers, the entirety of Bell Tower Street erupted into ecstatic cheers. A roar of delight. Negotiations concluded. A beat, the ultra-thin scroll TVs in the coffee shops were switched back on. Bell Tower Street fell silent. Countless police wiped cold sweat from their brows, the female reporters' lips curled smugly, and the officials inwardly cursed their spineless provincial governor. Tonight at 8 p.m. sharp. Channel 23 and Jian Shui's charming face returned to the Heshi provincial capital, truly a day of universal celebration. Donglin's night sky always seemed eerie. The dark gray firmament was suffused with faint crimson glows that looked somewhat like the hellish gate scenes forever occupying cultivators' thoughts. But to the planet's inhabitants, this scene had been viewed for countless years and long grown customary, not warranting a second glance. Unable to see a sky full of stars, only a stubborn few flickering as if unwilling to accept that their arduous efforts to sprinkle light upon the land could be ignored like this by Donglin's stony people. Two figures, one tall and one small, slipped into the shadows beneath a street lamp.